Okay, here is my audience. Glitter and rhinestones, mohawks and spikes, Elmo and Cookie Monster. What do all of these have in common? They can actually be found on motorcycle helmets used to protect your most important organ, your brain. Many states have gone from being a partial helmet state to actually having no laws for motorcycle helmets. There are many different types of motorcycle helmets available, such as a full-faced, full head, and skull caps. As long as they are DOT or Department of Transportation approved, helmet selection is actually based on personal preference. I'm not here to tell you which helmet to wear, but I am going to give you reasons why North Carolina should remain a mandatory helmet state. The four main points I want to cover are the helmet laws, or how helmets protect the rider, the laws in North Carolina and how legislation is pushing to change those laws, the laws themselves for each state, and the overall impact financially for the injured parties, both from the healthcare system and from the state-funded portion. Questions will be answered after, there'll be a question and answer period after the speech, okay? So, Motorcycle Safety Foundation states that motorcycle helmets work in so many different ways. There's actually 4 components to the helmet itself that provides the safety. It's the outer shell, the impact-absorbing liner, the comfort lining, and the chin strap or retention system. Each of these components individually work and play an important role in the safety of the helmet, but put together they can save a life. Advocates for highway and auto safety said that in 2012, the Government Accountability reported that laws requiring all motorcyclists to wear helmets are the only strategy proved to be effective in reducing motorcycle fatalities. In 2013, Robertson wrote that a representative from Mecklenburg County in North Carolina wanted to support a bill that allowed anyone over the age of 21 to decide whether or not they could wear a helmet and make it their personal choice. This is similar to what most states do. The website badasshelmetstore.com says that 18 states mandate helmets for all of their riders and passengers. 29 states have what is considered a partial helmet law. This means that there is an age range for wearing a helmet. And then Florida, Kentucky, and Texas also have additional requirements. This is actually health insurance over the amount of $10,000. Since then, North Carolina trauma centers have come together to show their support against this bill. This is House Bill 108 in legislation. These have been nurses and doctors that take care of patients who are injured in motorcycle accidents. In 2014, Brassfield said that in 2000, when Florida did away with its helmet laws, their death rate went from 160 to 246 people in 2001. That's just 1 year of data. Another portion of data from that state is by 2006, 5 years after they took the law away, they hit a record high of 550 people that died from lack of helmets. This is just one state. In North Carolina, there's nearly 190,000 registered motorcyclists. This is about 3% of our population of drivers. In 2016, El Torre et al. Said that injuries sustained from motorcycle crashes can range just from small abrasions or severe head injuries. The median cost for motorcyclists with TBIs is 13 times greater for those who do not wear a helmet and do not have a traumatic brain injury. And the average day is 55 days of acute rehab. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm not here to tell you which brand of helmets, but I do want to show you the types of helmets that are available and which are considered the safest. So you have the full face helmet, which is considered the safest because it provides protection for your head, your neck, your face, and even your eyes. You have a full head helmet. Sometimes these will come with a face shield, sometimes they do not. And then you have a skull cap. In some areas, this is also called a turtle shell, or in trauma centers, we call them donor caps. This provides the least amount of protection for your head. The sizing chart, you measure around the brow to get to the exact size. Okay? So now let's talk about states that have age requirements. In some states, you can get a learner's permit for that motorcycle at the age of 14. To me, this is very young for such a powerful machine. They have to be accompanied by a licensed rider over the age of 19. In North Carolina, the age is actually 16, but this is still very young. States that allow age restrictions can go from as low as 14 up to 18. If you think about it, some of these drivers have not actually finished high school, and they're on the road on such a very powerful machine. On one side, a little side note about this, in North Carolina, all motorized modes of transportation, to include scooters, ATVs, and hoverboards, require that you wear a helmet. States that have helmet laws for motorcycles usually have them for all alternative modes of transportation, to include a rider and a passenger. States with no helmet or age restrictions laws have seen an increase in the number of people on disability for this. Florida's had a 50% increase in the amount of money spent for traumatic brain injuries. 37% of those patients have had no insurance, and this comes from the website www.1.nhtsa.gov. And this is from the National Transportation Safety Administration. 37% of those people had no insurance at all, were underinsured, and received money from charity. So in conclusion, I want to recap my main points. Some representatives in North Carolina have tried since 2013 to change the helmet laws. They want adults over the age of 21 to decide if they want to wear a helmet or not. It has been shot down now 3 times thanks to nurses and doctors supporting this bill. Each state has their own laws about helmet use for motorcycle riders. Some states have mandatory helmet laws, some have age restrictions, and some have partial helmet laws. Finally, the physical and financial impact on injuries received from the accident can be devastating to the rider, the passenger, the state, and federal healthcare system. It has already been proven that by one state that if you do away with helmets, the death rate increases, the number of injuries increases, and you increase an already taxed system for the healthcare system. Motorcycle helmets may be uncomfortable to wear, but it's nothing compared to the pain of losing a loved one or losing a lifestyle that you once lived. So I'll take the time for any questions at this time. Yes, what is your question?
What if your motorcycle gets, broken in a car accident?
Your helmet? That's a great question. If you're involved in a motorcycle accident and your helmet is damaged, you're to replace your helmet. What I tell patients, especially if they've been in a really bad accident, is to treat this helmet as a trophy, because it is what has saved their life. Once it's been injured, the impact from that impact absorbing liner has absorbed all that it can withstand, or the actual integrity from the outer shell may be damaged, which no longer will protect you in further accidents. Are there any other questions? All right, thank you.